Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can assign tasks to people in your organization or outside of your organization to get approval, get confirmation, or get them to review a set of information for you. So in Zenphi, there are two ways of assigning a task to someone. First is this assign task action, and then there's also this request data, which is which gives you a lot more flexibility to assign a task, collect information, and get approval as well. Uh, in today's video, we're going to focus on assign task. For today's demo, the scenario is that, that we've got a flow which gets triggered by when people upload a document to a drop folder. Drop folder is on our drive. I've already configured it, and we just want to get an approval um, when someone uploads a document there. It's pretty simple, but the point I want to highlight to you is, and we want to go through, is around assigning a task. Now, you've already drag and drop an assigned task. Let's start configuring it. You can give it a task name. This is for future references. So I would say approval for, and we can construct it dynamically. I'm gonna use the file name, put it in there. You can give it a description as well. So at here, you've got a section called outcomes. These are basically this section. You can define what are the potential outcomes of these tasks. Most of the tasks it's going to be approve or reject, but you may have a task with three outcomes, say approve, reject, or send back for review. Or you may have a task with a single outcome. I'm going to copy this. And this one is, you just say it's confirmed. So when you're assigning a task to someone, and you want to say, please confirm that you received this, or please confirm that you've done it, you can change, rename it to done as well. So please go ahead and do this set of this set of steps, and once you've done it, click on the done button. Now, when we run this task, I'm going to show you where these will show up. Now let me go back here and add vstick to approve and reject. And as you can see, there's quite a few values here. They're comma separated. Now these are what we call synonyms of the outcome. And I'll show you when we run the task, because you can respond to the task by replying to an email. So you can respond and type in approve or yes, agreed, or you can use any other language you've got, or for translations, in German, French, or any other language you would like to have here. Once we run the task, I'll talk about it a bit more. Now, down here, we got to construct the task email information. So who are we assigning a task to? In our case, I'm going to assign it to the same person as that we're running it as, Audrey Clarkson. So I say Audrey Clark at demo.zenphi.com. You can assign a task to multiple people. You can just put a comma in here and type in multiple email address. They all get assigned, and when any one of them respond to a task, the task will continue. So in our case, we just want to assign to one person, and I'm gonna create a dynamic subject saying that approval for document, and then again I'm gonna popping up that dialog. I press add sign, which brings up the same information, and I select file name. Now let's construct a body. Hi, Audrey. Please review the attached document and approve or reject it accordingly. Now, you've got two options. We can attach the documents directly here, or we can put a link to the document. Depends how you want to proceed with this one. You can come here and put a view link. It's gonna put a link. It's gonna print out the link in the email, so the recipient can click on it and view the document. One thing you have to make sure is that the recipient should have access to that document to be able to see it. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to see it. For that, if you could use, we've got an action down here called share item. What we could do is that we could go ahead and share the file with that person, just to make sure recipient, and whoever the recipient is, in our case Audrey, to make sure she's got access to it. That's one way of doing it. You can also actually attach the actual file to the task. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to come here, and you can attach multiple files as well. Go there, go to the trigger, and it's important that you need to select the payload property. Just put the payload property there, and it's going to get attached. This can come from Gmail attachment, can come from form attachment, can come from various sources as well. There are a few more options you can configure here. What's the after how many days you would like the task to expire. And also you can configure reminders as well. You want to send how many reminders you want to say, and after how many days. It's really useful and commonly used, because normally what happens, you assign a task to people and it gets forgotten, and it gets lost in their inbox and amongst the other stuff that they're doing. So configuring a reminder is a good way of bringing it up in their inbox and reminding them to respond to the task. I'm gonna say no, I don't want to configure reminder, leave everything as is. And let's just publish this, and let's go and test it. So to test it, I'm gonna go here and upload a file in this folder. Once the file gets uploaded, an instance of this flow should get run. And actually, let's go to flows, so we can see there's an instance being executed. And as you can see, it says it has assigned a task to audrey.clarkson at demo.zenphi.com. So this is how the task is going to show up in your inbox. As you can see, approval for document, that's the name of the document we had. There's a bit of extra information at the end, that's for Zenphi to be able to track the task. But down here is however the way we configure the task body. Hi Audrey, please review and reject it accordingly. And here we've got approve and reject. Now I want to go back here to the demo. If you remember, I mentioned, you can configure multiple outcomes. So approve, reject. If I had added the third one, I'd get a third button here. Now say whatever we name it. If I had only one outcome called confirm or done, I'll get one button say confirm or done. Now that the recipient has received this task, and again, I want to remind you that the recipient does not have to be in your organization, can be in or outside your organization. So that's a good way of interacting with the contractors who don't have an account in your Google Workspace as well. So now I've got two ways of responding to it. I can either press on approve or reject, or I can respond to an email. I can simply respond to it and say approve, or I can say yes. The reason I can say yes is because we have identified yes as one of the valid keywords for approve. So I can say okay, sure, I agreed. Any one of these will do the job. Um, so let me go back here. I can say yes, please proceed. proceed. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight is that as you can see, the attachment is there attached to the email. And also here I say yes, full stop, and anything I put after full stop will be considered as a comment if I wanted to add any comment to my task. And I've got access in the flow. If I press submit, it's gonna proceed. Let me actually archive this one. Go back. Let's go and close. Check it, and um, and as you can see, the task is completed. So we received a response. However, what pretty much all the time, what you want to do, you want to have a decision tree after the task. You want to take different approach based on the outcome of the task, unless it's a single outcome. In our case, we've got two outcomes. So I just can simply drag and drop an if condition and go here. I'm gonna say rename it to approved. So let's go configure it and say if the task outcome equals to approve. It's really important to use the first word in from here. So you have to use this word or this word if you want to say if it's equals to reject. So you have to compare it against these two. So so we've configured and said if the task outcome equals to approve, it's going to go to the true branch. If it's false, it's gonna. If it's otherwise, that means it was rejected. It's gonna go to the false branch. Okay, for the demo purpose, I'm just gonna log here. I say the task was approved with this comment, and it may have a comment, it may not have a comment. Remember, we said after the full stop, um, everything we mentioned will come as a comment. We've got extra information, and where's the comment? Comment is here. We can also see whether it was approved through email or by clicking on the button. Um, okay, I'm gonna put comment here, and then here I'm just gonna say the task was rejected. Pretty simple, but hopefully gives you the idea of about the possibilities. Let's go and upload another file here. Upload a file. So I'm gonna upload this second file. Let's wait for the file to get uploaded. The file is uploaded. Let's go to Zenphi and let's see if the new instance has been queued. It has been queued. The task has been assigned, and we have received the task as well. So I'm gonna say if I use the buttons, I wouldn't be able to provide any comment at the moment. So for the demo purpose, I'm just gonna say reject, and going back here, and we should see that the task is rejected. Now let's upload one last file to show you the way we can comment comment. I'll upload the third file. File is uploaded. Let's go back here. Yep, it's good. So that means if I go back here, I should have received. I'm gonna archive this one. I've received another task. This one, I'm gonna say reply and say okay, okay, full stop. This please proceed with the purchase, for example, or check with Mike first. First, gonna press send. Oh, by the way, you can also attach documents to the response, so they'll be available to your flow. So if you wanted to make some changes to this file, you can download it, make some change, and attach it back to this email. They will be available to your flow. Now let me press send. Go back here, go back and refresh, and voila, we've received a task response, and then there you go. So the task was approved with this comment. Please proceed with the purchase. Check with Mark first. Okay. This is, as I mentioned, this is one way. This is one way of interacting, bringing human to your process to get approval or get confirmation in your processes. In another video, I'm going to show you also how you can use data request data action, which gives you a lot more flexibility to customize and capture data as well. Well, thank you very much, and please don't forget to share your comments and suggestions with us on feedback.zenphi.com or write to us on support@zenphi.com.